Hi, this is Enlightenment and Avrin. It's been forever since I've done a video. Today we're going to talk about Godzilla and my love for him, or it, whatever gender it is, in my movie collection that I have over here, which is not nearly all of them. It should be. I've seen a lot more than what I actually own that is very, very hard to find. This is me collecting them since at least high school. Mostly I've collected them from secondhand stores like Vintage Stock and FYE, and that's pretty much the only places I've found them, other than maybe sporadic pawn shops and such. I don't go out and buy them new. There's only like one I've bought new, or maybe two, out of all of this. But we're going to see what's going on with this and the upcoming hype for the new American film. Okay, here is all of my movies. Super, this is not all of them, but we're going to start with Gojira 1954 over here, which is the very, very first Godzilla film. It has a pretty major cult following. I like the Japanese version better. This has the Raymond Burr American version of it too, which came out, I think, 2 years later. But these are cool, because these are like a hardback book, which is neat. I don't know why it cracks when you open it. All of them crack when you open them. So it's got the original Japanese DVD over here. There's the picture of him. I love this packaging. It's got the book. And then it has the American with Raymond Burr, which is actually a longer film because he has to narrate it, which I don't really like that, but to each their own. There's Gojira. And then the book it comes with tells you what's going on with how this film was taken so seriously. And how people pretty much thought it was real because they'd never seen like a giant monster film. They thought it was real because it was a part of Tokyo that was very recognizable, and it was right outside of the movie theater where this was very first aired in Japan, which is super cool. Godzilla Raids Again. It was still called Godzilla Raids Again in Japan because it's fixing on getting real confusing because a bunch of these movies have different titles. Instead of one of those cool Toho, like, hardback book. There's Anguirus. That's the first time you ever see him. But this one's cool. I don't think it holds up as good as Gojira. It's alright, I guess. But I still like it. Now here is Mothra versus Godzilla. And also Godzilla vs. Mothra, which is the same thing. This is 1964. If people watching this, I like to collect these Toho Seal of Approval variants. Most people just collect these. This is just English dubbed. These are Japanese audio with English subtitles or English dubbed. It's in two different movies. That's why they all say 2 films, 1 disc. It's still really cool though. It's just hard to find these used. I bought almost all of them used. And there he goes. Mothra's a bad guy in this one, so it depends on which iteration this is. If Mothra is a good or bad guy, or if Godzilla is a good or bad guy. All of this is the Showa period, which I don't really know much about Japanese emperors, but that's why they're called different eras. Here's Invasion of Astro Monster. This is actually my favorite one. It says 1965, this one. It's also known as Godzilla vs. Monster Zero. So this guy right here, he's Astro Monster, he's Monster Zero, he's King Ghidorah, or Ghidorah, however you pronounce it. It's all the same thing. This one's the best, though. It's got the aliens that try to kidnap Godzilla to have him come fight the monster that's on their planet. Crazy plot. This is the one where Godzilla does the famous stupid dance to this period, which is the Heisei, I guess how you pronounce it, period, which is 1984 to 1995. This is 1992, Godzilla vs. Biollante. This film, it was a really awesome looking monster. It's kind of like a little, it's one that evolves into different forms, little poison ivy type monster that attacks Godzilla. That's has little pet shop of horrors type creatures. I don't know. It says first time on DVD. I guess it was only on tape. This one, I love the design of Biollante. It's really cool, but I really don't like this movie. I need to watch it again and see if I can appreciate it more. I just didn't like it for some reason. It's just very, very, very slow and drawn out. Double feature. This is from a box set that I have. Here's the box set, which has all of these movies in it, and they bust them up. I call these 90s Godzilla, even though some of them that are in the Heisei period are 80s. Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah is my all-time favorite because he's my favorite one where they go back in time to the Godzilla T-Rex back in the day before it got hit by a bomb, and they see him again and they realize that that's him. That's the same creature, and they try to replace it with these little Ghidorah, little creatures that get a bomb nuked on them, turn to a three-headed monster. I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. We have Godzilla and Mothra, the Battle for Earth, separate movie. This is Mothra's a good guy, and it's one of those weird ones where you think it's going to kill you, but it doesn't. But yeah, both of these are really good. This is one of my favorite suits of Godzilla because it's Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. I don't even really remember this one. Rodan's in it. This is, I think, what's his name? The little Godzilla's in it. I don't know if that's Manila or Baby Godzilla or whatever. I get all the baby ones confused. Not the 70s Smoke Rings one. Even though he's cute. This box set's cool, but my complaint is this movie has a cover, and the other two movies that have two on it, you just flip the disc. Two are my all-time favorites. I love Space Godzilla, and I love Destroya. Excellent designs, excellent suit, excellent plot. The Destroya is the one that has Burning Godzilla in it. 1,000 time frame, because this is a different species of the same lizard. He's more alligator-like. He breathes orange fire. This is a really weird movie. I watched it for the first time the other day because I watched like Tokyo SOS and stuff like that first, and I was like, wow, let's start watching these. See, there's my FYE purchase right there. But this one's really cool. I just like the design of this one. He's evil. Like, he's way more evil. He's just gonna destroy everything. Because the one that's this era of the Heisei ones, he's a good guy in those, but then he's a bad guy in this. Godzilla, King Ghidorah, giant monsters, all out attack. This movie is just a giant cluster. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's attacking everybody, and it's just like let's have the space versus everything. Wars. This one has a lot, but this one has a lot more CG in it. And it's all of these monsters. There's so many monsters. This is 2004. This is when that PlayStation 2 video game came out. I think there was also one on Xbox and one on the Wii. But it's everything you want in a movie. I think this was supposed to be the end of the franchise before they kept rebooting it, because there's at least 4 reboots. Godzilla 1998, which was American. That's the most hated. That's like the Star Wars Phantom Menace hatred of the Godzilla movies, which has nothing to do with these, and also has nothing to do with this. This is what's going on now. This movie is going to go with Kong Skull Island, and then they're going to make another King Kong vs. Godzilla in the year 2020. So, gotta stick around for 2020 for the sequel of the movie with the little girl that plays Eleven from Stranger Things. What your favorite movie is of all of these? There's many, many, many that are not pictured. What you see here, this is 1954 through 2016, I think is when the one on the bottom right came out. There is a bunch that are in this time frame that I have not seen. Let me know if they're any good. The Godzilla Planet of the Monsters, it's like a CGI movie. It's made in Japan. It has nothing to do with this. I kind of really want to see that. I don't know if it's a movie or if it's a series, what. I just know it's like hybrid, hand-drawn mixed with CG. It looks pretty cool. Maybe it's kind of anime-ish. Okay, in separate collection, don't forget my VHS tape collection since I finally dug it out. Here it is. This is the only tapes I have. I found them in a garage sale. They were like 50 cents a piece. This is all the Showa era, which I don't really super like. So I have Mothra vs. Godzilla. This is 1964. I hate this cover. It doesn't look anything like him. I accidentally have this one on 2 different DVDs and on tape. But I'm going to hang on to these, I guess. This one's everyone's favorite, as in everyone hates this. Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster, him, aka Ebra, Horror of the Deep. All of these tapes, I don't like them because they're only in English, so it's like 1,000 times worse. This is 1966, and the Godzilla vs. Gigan, which is 1972. I like the cover of this one. I do not remember this one very well. I don't remember a lot of these. I was very, very little, and I have yet to go back and rewatch them. But I definitely want to go back and watch at least this one and Godzilla vs. Megalon. Because Megalon's just a weird bug creature. Not sure what the heck it is. 1973 is this one. He's the green mean fighting machine. On here, out of the tape ones, is 1974 Godzilla vs. Mechagon. I'm still missing a bunch of them in here that I still haven't seen. I'm still missing Son of Godzilla. I'm still missing King Kong vs. Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Hedorah, aka the Smog Monster. So, this is my least favorite. That's why these are not updated from tape. But hey, what are you going to do? 50 cents a tape. I still think they're pretty cool to have. And I miss garage sales where I could actually find cool stuff.